Today we are going to go ahead and look at my most carried knives so far for September of 2018. Hey, I'm Jay, and if you're looking to buy a knife and you need to see what it's like first before you drop your hard-earned money on it, here's what you got to do. Click on subscribe so I can help you, and remember to click that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. So my first most carried for September 2018 is going to be a traditional folder. And now this came to me from Knives Ship Free, and they actually included for free this buffalo leather knife sleeve. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. This is the GEC, or Great Eastern Cutlery, number 43 Oregon Trapper, in just gorgeous jigged bone. Look at that. And so, of course, it is a slip joint. It does have a half stop, which I always appreciate. So nice for closing. So you can go ahead and do it like this and don't worry about it closing on your fingers. I appreciate that very much. Of course, the blade steel is going to be that 1095 carbon steel that GEC likes to use. 3.5 inch blade. So yeah, this is a big one. 4.25 inches closed. Now, I have not reviewed this knife yet, but believe me, it is coming. So keep your eyes open for that. Number 2 most carried is going to be considered another traditional folder. However, this features a lockback, and it is the A.G. Russell Lockback Folding Hunter, and this is in jigged bone. Actually almost kind of looks like, you know, like when you burn sausage in the frying pan. That's what that reminds me of. I'm kidding. It's gorgeous. Let's go ahead and get that blade out for you. And you're looking at, it's a 3.625 inch long blade in HCR 13 MOV. I know, believe me, I mean, if this came in a different blade steel, I would be head over heels, but unfortunately, it does not. So, HCR 13 MOV is fine. 4.25 inches closed. One of my favorite features of this knife is going to be the 1 inch that blade profile width, because you typically do not see these traditional folders with this wide of a blade. So I jumped on it as soon as I saw it. 3.9 millimeters thick, which I normally do like my thicker blades. However, this one is a little too thick I tried to attach one of those quick thumb studs on it, and nope, it wasn't happening, just because that blade stock is just way too darn thick. So I was also thinking about potentially, I don't know, maybe getting my initials engraved here on the shields, because it's definitely large enough for that. So I don't know, those of you, I don't know, maybe any of you guys that are out there, maybe you're going to get married and you're looking for groomsmen gifts, this would be fantastic for that, because you could get all of their, you know, their initials engraved in each knife, and they're not super expensive. I mean, you're looking at about $55. So again, have not reviewed this yet, but that review is coming of this A.G. Russell Lockback Folding Hunter in jigged bone, and that is going to be number 2 most carried. Number 3 most carried is going to be another knife from A.G. Russell, and it is the A.G. Russell Black Dragon, which does feature a flipper tab and ambidextrous thumb stud deployment. It does require a little bit of wrist, at least when I'm using that flipper tab. And look at how tiny that stinking tab is. I mean, I would say, yes, that's good for when you're carrying it in your pocket, but for deployments, doesn't work so hot here. Now, you're looking at, again, HCR13 MOV, 3.5 inch black wash blade. The handle, or the closed length, is going to come in at 4.5 inches. And now, of course, I love this 1.25 inch combination blade or spatula. So yeah, if you're going camping, you could probably flip some eggs or flapjacks with that. Stock thickness is going to be a 3.1 millimeters, which actually is just a little bit odd considering how wide this profile is, and you're getting a very, very, well, relatively thin blade stock. I have not reviewed this one yet, but that review is coming. I don't know about this one, to be honest. One thing that AG Russell does throw in, where do I have it here, is they also include a non-deep carry clip for some reason with the 2 screws. So in case you don't want it deep carry, you can swap that out. But that is going to be our number 3 most carried for September, the AG Russell Black Dragon. Now, before I show you my last 2 most carried for September 2018, I just want to quickly remind you to go ahead and click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. Next up is the Fox Knives Vox Core. And yes, it is a Jesper Voxnäs design. And if this looks familiar to you, well, you know what? It should, because I have already reviewed this is the OD Green FRN with the black DLC blade, but I wanted to pick up the stonewash version because I was really nervous about scratching up the finish on this guy. And I also wanted to do a modification of enlarging this choil, turning it into more of a forward finger choil. And if I just went ahead and grinded away material, you know, it would just be that exposed metal and it wouldn't look very well. So you can watch my review of this color. If you click up here in the corner on the card, you'll be able to watch the full review of the Fox Core. Let's get this one out of the way, and I just want to talk about the stonewashed version with the gorgeous, look at that nice blue FRN handle scales. And you can see I did go ahead and enlarge that finger choil, and then I did dull the sharpened edge right around there so it won't cut me. And look at that, I can go ahead and choke up. That just feels fantastic. So that's why I've been carrying this one around lately. Number 4 most carried for September, Fox Knives Vox Core in the blue FRN and the Stonewash Bowler N690 blade. And last up is going to be from Boker. This is actually out of their German factory, the Boker Gulo in G10. Now, I did already review this knife. So again, if you look up to the corner, you click on the card, you can watch my full review on this Boker Gulo. The reason it is appearing on my most carried list for September is because I found a deep carry pocket clip that required just a slight modification to make it fit. And let me show you what I mean, because now this knife, it ships with, this is the pocket clip that it comes stock. So it would attach right there. Look at that. I mean, look at it. That is a considerable amount of handle that would be sticking out. And so I couldn't have that. So got rid of that one. And I found on mxggear.com, I found this pocket clip. Now this one is designed for the Kershaw Skyline, and it cost around 23 bucks. All I had to do was I used my Dremel rotary tool, and I had to move the mounting screw holes closer together to make this fit. So really all I did was kind of turn the holes into ovals, and that moved them closer together, and I was able to use this clip, which really, I think, I mean, it almost looks like it was made for it. So now I love this knife. Love it. And don't worry about remembering all the information. I will include all of the links for you guys down below of where you can purchase the clip, the knives, everything.